Hey, what is going on, everybody? East Tactics here. This is my new setup. So I'm excited about finally kind of getting back to creating some new bench videos. I've got some cool things lined up that I am excited to get installed on my vehicle. For those of you that watched my last video that I dropped, it was basically a bash session at a skate park, and I wanted to test the durability of the NTF fans, and believe it or not, this fan survived some pretty hard smacks on the ground. However, this fan did not. Also, I ended up just annihilating my servo. It is completely jacked up. Well, after this happened, I got to realizing something, and if you look close in here, you'll notice that I just bolted my servo straight onto my my servo mount, and I did absolutely nothing in the world of providing shock absorption. There are actually little pieces that you can get. So this is the new servo that I'm going to be installing, and if you check it out, this should be the case with most servos, I assume. But if you look closely, they've got these little pieces right here. And this is actually a, it's like a rubber grommet that like goes in to each of these 4 spots to provide a cushion both below and above for the screw to go through, which would lend some effect toward shock absorption to prevent the large smacks on the ground to go directly into the servo and damage it. My guess is the Savox servo, this is the SW1210SG, is going to be built better than the stock servo. But I actually had a Savox installed about 4 or 5 months ago, and after this jump right here, I actually broke my fan, as well as started down the road of screwing up my servo. So it went out, my servo ended up going out on me shortly after this large smack on the ground from this jump. Which is basically saying that skate parks or large air, where you end up coming down extremely hard on concrete, is definitely an issue in regards to our electronics. So I've decided that I'm going to not only install these grommets whenever I put this thing in, but I'm going to do a whole bunch of things to my vehicle that's going to lend shock absorption to my electronics. I'm going to provide more padding, not only here, but underneath it. I'm also going to be providing a pad of shock absorption between this metal plate right here and my fans. I'm also going to go in underneath the ESC itself and put some shock absorbing material. Not only that, but on the bottom end of this, can't really see it, but down in here, there's a plate that our ESCs are attached to, and the plate actually screws into the body in like 4 or 5 spots. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put something, all 5 of those as well. I am just going to come up with every single spot in this vehicle where I think shock absorbing material could go to protect my electronics. And what I did was I went out and I bought a special material. This stuff right here is called Servo thing, which is a really weird name, but it's actually a material that is specifically designed to absorb the impact of shocks for electronics. So, as you can see right here, I cut some pieces out of it, and I'm planning on putting in, this is the Servo thing doubled up. I'm actually going to triple this up, so it's triple thick, and it's going to go on the bottom of my servo. And I'll probably do 3 layers thick, like in a bunch of different places. Again, under my ESC, And ultimately, it's going to be like the ultimate upgrade when it comes to absorbing the impact from hard landings on concrete. Then I'm going to go back to that skate park and we're going to hit that exact same jump. And my goal, guys, is to go through an entire battery without stopping and without my fans breaking and without anything breaking, because I'm confident that what I'm going to do with all this shock absorbing material that I'm going to put into the vehicle, that it's going to do its job. I'm excited about it, but I also want to relay the results to you guys. I want you guys to see that, you know, breaking the ESC or breaking your servos or breaking your fans potentially can be a thing of the past. We'll see. So anyway, I just thought I'd ultimately just create a quick video. I kind of wanted to show you guys, you know, my new setup here that I've got, my bench station. Yeah, so anyway, guys, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, subscribe. Take a look at the library. There's all kinds of stuff that basically, if you own a Kraton or if you own any of the Arrma vehicles, there's just tips and tricks, tactics, things like that that you can do to increase the performance of your vehicle, as well as you know, just some fun family-friendly bash videos and things like that. My ultimate goal is to get it to where I can basically go to a skate park without damaging my electronics. I'm gonna get there. So again, like and subscribe. Check out the description. I've got, you know, a pretty well organized link to all the parts that you're gonna wanna need for any of the things that I talk about in any of my videos. It's pretty much laid out. Also, another thing that I'm going to be installing in the near future, I picked up some of these silicone earplugs, and I'm going to be tossing silicone earplugs into my center differential. I saw a guy that after he threw the earplugs into his center diff, he was doing standing backflips, I mean, immediately. So I'll be able to kind of see how that makes my vehicle feel and gun it off the line, torque and power, you know, and all that stuff without cogging, and maybe even do a standing backflip simply because of the attributes of the silicone earplugs. Anyway, guys, I guess that's enough waffling. Keep an eye out for some of these new videos coming up, and I will see you then. East Tactics out.